My name is Caleb Williams. My company is SprainGo LLC. My company develops a revolutionary Caribbean multifunctional ingredient that's transforming health, skincare, and accelerating human performance recovery. Back in 2013, my family was coming back from Europe, and my son was an aspiring professional soccer player at the time. He was invited to a pro tryout at the club in Orlando, and he suffered an ankle sprain. And when my big brothers happened to be in attendance, and he suggested that we apply this family remedy, which I knew nothing about. And so we did so, and my son's ankle recovered overnight. Now, I've been a soccer player all my life, so when my son's ankle recovered overnight, it was like, I think the best way to describe it is like a modern day miracle. So the first thing I did was I Googled how many ankle sprains are treated on an annual basis, right? And it was some number like 10 million treated by a medical professional. So I knew there was a potential opportunity for business. So we modernized my grandmother's remedy and conducted testing. So over the course of the next year and a half, we tested over 200 people. 85% of the participants reported some level of relief. Pain is subjective, so what's a 3 for me, maybe a 5 for you? But what the results showed us was that what my grandmother had discovered in the late 1800s as a village remedy had the potential to become a global wonder. And really, that's how it all started for me. I've been working with SBDC resources for a number of years. And as a former Citibank director, one of the things I learned pretty quickly was that all the things that I did not know, right? And so the reason why I was successful at Citibank was because I surrounded myself with the brightest and the best. And so that's how I view the SBDC consultants. Any type of needs that I have, I would send an email to Chris, hey, I'm working on a pitch deck. Is there someone with pitch deck expertise? And so what I've found is that Florida SBDC at USF is an unbelievable resource of competent, highly skilled individuals who businesses, entrepreneurs should absolutely utilize. My relationship with the SBDC is really more structured around my go-forward planning. While we're in the research and development phase, we're doing all of the kinds of plannings. I talked about, preparation for international, building pitch decks for funding and so forth. Another benefit that I'll touch on as it relates to the SBDC and their support for my company was in the area of SIBAs. I reached out to a consultant at SBDC, requested if they could facilitate an introduction to someone who's had success writing a SIBA, and they were able to provide resources there. In 2019, after a team of researchers here at USF studied the plant, which we call PRE, that my grandmother discovered, they were able to isolate and identify the most active fraction in the plant as a new plant-derived anti-inflammatory drug discovery and the first credited to a black-owned company in U.S. history. Now, we've had other successes. I think in September of last year, we were awarded our first patent for the ingredient as an inflammation and pain relief. We are now moving from R&D into preparation for commercialization. And so Chrissy has heard from me probably every week for the last couple of months, and will continue to, right? Because now we've got to raise funds, we've got to be strategic, we need certain partnerships. You have this incredible multifunctional ingredient that we believe, once all of the health benefits are fully realized, this ingredient could surpass turmeric, which is the leader in terms of market value for botanical ingredients, right? So as we now move into this next phase, I absolutely are going to be calling on and depending on expertise from the SBDC at USF in some of those areas that I mentioned.